The spring season for Pokemon Go is the World of Wonders, and it will run from March 1st at 10 a.m. to June 1st at 10 a.m. There are a lot of really good Pokemon in raids this month, so let's break down the trailer. We can see the Ultra Beast Poipole in here, the Charcadet family, and a new costume Pikachu, the Shadow Legendary dogs in gyms, and Shadow Mewtwo in front of a gym, and Primal Groudon and Kyogre. They're getting raid days in the Primal form, so a chance to get more Primal energy for them, which is nice. A lot of Kanto Pokemon in here as well. Looks like it'll be a Kanto themed season. Then we see 3 more wormholes at the end. So it looks like Blacephalon, Stakataka, and Necrozma will be debuting. Necrozma isn't really an Ultra Beast, technically speaking, but I don't think there are any more Ultra Beasts that have been released. Plus, data miners have found stats and assets for Necrozma, so I'm thinking that's probably the one that is also going to debut. Okay, let's take a look at the rotations for this season, and then I'll go over the raids and other event details for March. Now, if you're unaware, every season there are rotations for the breakthrough boxes, the wild spawns, the eggs, and of course the season bonuses. So let's start with the breakthrough boxes, where we will be able to get encounters with Hisuian Sneasel, Furfrou, Goomy, Sandygast, Jangmo-o, and Dubwool. And then in the wild spawn rotations, we will get Togetic, Gardevoir, Delcatty, Gulpin, Stunky, Purloin, Scraggy, and more in cities. And then Jumpluff, Absol, Elgyem, Phantump, Dupeter, Fomantis, Pawmi, and more in the forests. And then Magcargo, Phampi, Nosepass, Medicham, Duskull, Carbink, Noibat, and more in the mountains. And Quagsire, Shuckle, Surskit, Clamperl, Inkay, Clauncher, Tadbulb, and more near beaches and water. And then in the northern hemisphere, we'll see Hisuian Growlithe, Mawile, Bagon, Snivy, Tepig, Oshawott, Litleo, and more. And then in the southern hemisphere, we'll see Hisuian Voltorb, Chikorita, Cyndaquil, Totodile, Skarmory, Larvitar, Electrike, and more. All right, that's it for the wild spawns. Next up, let's look at the eggs. In the 2-kilometer eggs, we'll see Togepi, Gothita, Solosis, Larvesta, Fletchling, and more. And in the 5-kilometer eggs, we will see Lickitung, Sableye, Roggenrola, Larvesta, Skrelp, and more. And then for the Adventure Sync 5-kilometer eggs, which are the ones you get Monday morning at 9 a.m. from walking 25 kilometers or more, we will see Gligar, Mantike, Tortuga, Archon, Phantump, and more. And then in the 7-kilometer eggs that you get from opening gifts, we will see Alolan Vulpix, Galarian Slowpoke, Galarian Farfetch'd, Paldean Wooper, Galarian Stunfisk, and more. And then there's also a new section here that says Route Rewards for 7-kilometer eggs. And I believe these are the eggs that you get from the Mateo Gift Exchange. And in there we will see Hisuian Growlithe, Paldean Wooper, Hisuian Sneasel, Ponyard, Vullaby, and more. And then in the 10-kilometer hatch pool, we will see Larvesta, Goomy, Turtonator, Charcadet, Frigibax, and more. Now keep in mind that Charcadet will only be able to be encountered after its Pokemon Go debut on March 11th at 8 p.m. local time. And then for the Adventure Sync 10-kilometer eggs, which are the ones you get Monday morning at 9 a.m. from walking 50 kilometers or more, we will see Dratini, Dino, Goomy, Turtonator, Jangmo-o, and more. All right, that's it for the 10-kilometer eggs. Let's take a look at the season bonuses next. And the season bonuses are pretty awesome if you like to raid this season. So check this out. We're going to get increased damage dealt by Pokemon participating in raids with friends, 1 additional free raid pass per day by spinning gym photo discs, and an increased XP for defeating 1-star and 3-star raids, including shadow raids for both of those. Yes, you heard that right. We are getting 1 extra free daily raid pass every day this season. So 3 months of extra daily raid passes. That is a lot of extra raids you can do, and there are some good raid bosses this month. But before we get to the raids for March, the first month of this season, let's take a look at the research that's going to be released for the World of Wonders. So there is going to be both special and timed research. Special research looks like it will be free, and the timed research will be paid, so like the past seasons. And it looks like the Ultra Beast Poipole will debut in a special research story that will have 3 time-gated sections, likely with the Poipole encounter at the end. And then for the timed research, there are going to be 3 sections of it released throughout the season. So that first section should be available immediately, and the other 2, I'm guessing, will be released over the course of the season, 1 for each month, basically. No word on what the tasks will be, but it will cost $10 USD for all 3 of them, it looks like. So not $10 each month, but $10 for all 3. And in that research, you will get the avatar item, the Poipole helmet, encounters with Pokemon of some kind, something relevant to the season, I guess. It'd be nice if they were clearer about that. 1 premium battle pass, 1 lucky egg, 1 incense, 1 star piece, and more. Now the and more part of this usually doesn't include any more premium items or any avatar items, so the bulk of the value comes from those items that are already listed. But I will also tell you that it does say that if you purchase this through the web store as opposed to the in-game store, you'll get 2 additional premium battle passes. So that's an extra 2 raids you can do throughout the season. And then as always, there will be season themed stickers. Now you can buy them in the in-game store, but you generally just get them from spinning Pokestops. All right, next up, let's take a look at the March raids. We don't know the raids for the whole season. We do know the raids for March, and we do know the event dates for some of the events, but let's take a look at the raids first because there is some really great stuff in here. So in 5-star raids, we will have Tapu Koko, Regice, and Tapu Lele, all of which can be shiny. You can see the dates for when they will be in raids on screen now, and the Tapus will have the featured attack Nature's Madness. And then in Mega raids, we will see the return of Mega Sceptile, Mega Tyranitar, and Mega Venusaur. You can see the dates that they will be in raids on screen now. Definitely hit these ones up if you need Mega Energy for any of these Pokemon. And then here are the raid hours for March as well. So we're going to get Tapu Koko on March 6th and March 13th, Regice on March 20th, and Tapu Lele on March 27th. All right, so there's some pretty good stuff in there, but the really good stuff is in the Shadow and Primal raids. So we are going to see the return of Primal Groudon and Primal Kyogre. Each of them are going to get their own raid days. And then in the weekends in March, we're going to have Shadow Raikou as the main Shadow boss, and that is pretty awesome. Shadow Raikou, very useful. And then I think in the other 2 months, we'll probably see the other 2 Shadow Legendary Dogs as well, which will also be pretty useful. But at the very end of this month, we are going to get Shadow Mewtwo returning to raids for March 30th and March 31st. So if, like me, you missed that first Shadow Mewtwo weekend, definitely make time in your schedule to hit this one up and hunt that shiny, or at least get a good IV one, because it is a very useful Pokemon. All right, that's it for the raids. Now let's take a look at some of the other events that are happening, starting with the Community Day. So we are going to get a Community Day on March 16th, April 7th for a Community Day Classic, and then April 20th and May 19th. And then for other events, March 3rd will be a Research Day for select electric types. I'll put a short out about this event soon. And then on March 5th to 11th will be Pokemon Horizons, which debuts the Charcadet line and Pikachu with Cap's Hat. On March 14th to March 18th will be Weather Week, so a return of the weather events. And then on March 17th, there will be a raid day for Primal Kyogre. March 23rd, that raid day for Primal Groudon. Then on March 21st to the 25th will be a ticketed event, Verdant Wonders, featuring Zarude. This is one not to miss for sure. This is a very good Master League Pokemon, and it's only been out once before. Definitely try not to miss this one. And then March 27th to the 31st will be the World of Wonders Takeover event. So it looks like another Team Rocket Takeover event. And then March 30th to 31st, we will see Shadow Mewtwo return to those Shadow raids for the weekend to coincide with that takeover event. And then also here are the spotlight hours for March. Now Nidoran is a good one to hit for sure with that 2x catch Stardust. I know I need to re-up my Stardust after Sinnoh Tour. And then also the March 19th spotlight hour will feature 4 Pokemon, which is interesting. And it also has 2x catch XP, which is good for those of us still gathering XP to hit level 50 or to prepare for level 60 if it ever comes to Pokemon Go. Now with each season, there are also changes to GBL. However, I will put that information out in another video coming soon. But if you enjoyed this video, consider hitting the like button, subscribing for more Pokemon Go news, tips, and live streams. If you want more Pokemon Go content right now, check out one of the videos on screen. Happy hunting. I hope you win lots of raids this season, and we'll see you in the next one, friends.
I've got something incredibly funky.